Imagine being sentenced to death, not for murder, not for theft, but for asking too many questions. This was the fate of Socrates, the father of Western philosophy. His crime? Challenging the powerful and teaching people to think for themselves. But who was this man? Why did his ideas shake an entire city? And why are we still talking about him 2,400 years later? Let's dive into the life and death of one of history's greatest minds. Socrates was born around 470 BCE in Athens, Greece. He wasn't born into wealth or power. His father was a stonemason, his mother a midwife. Socrates himself was a soldier in his youth, known for bravery in battle. But what made Socrates legendary wasn't his background, it was his mind. He spent his days in the public square, the gymnasium, the marketplace, stopping people and asking, what is justice? What is beauty? What makes a good life? And here's the kicker. Socrates claimed to know nothing. He called himself the wisest man in Athens, not because he knew everything, but because he knew that he knew nothing. Pause. Think about that for a second. Knowing you don't know, that's real wisdom. Socrates didn't lecture. He asked questions. And then more questions. This style, called the Socratic method, pushed people to examine their beliefs and find contradictions. For example, if someone claimed courage is standing your ground, Socrates would ask, is a child standing still out of fear courageous? Can running away ever be brave? Little by little, people realized their definitions fell apart. Socrates wasn't trying to embarrass them, he wanted people to sharpen their thinking. But, let's be honest, nobody enjoys being proven wrong in public. By the time Socrates was 70, he had become a controversial figure. Athens had just gone through war, political turmoil, and the city was on edge. Powerful people saw Socrates as dangerous, corrupting the youth, mocking the gods, and stirring unrest. In 399 BCE, Socrates was put on trial. Officially, the charges were corrupting the youth, impiety, disrespecting the city's gods. But many believe the real reason was political revenge. Socrates had connections with unpopular politicians, and his constant public questioning made enemies. During the trial, Socrates could have begged for mercy. Instead, he told the court he deserved to be rewarded, not punished for his service to Athens. The jury didn't take that well. The sentence? Death by poison. Socrates' friends were devastated. They offered to help him escape, but Socrates refused. To him, breaking the law would go against everything he taught. On his final day, Plato describes him surrounded by friends. Socrates remained calm, discussing the soul, virtue, and the afterlife. When the cup of hemlock was brought to him, he drank it without fear. As his body slowly became paralyzed, his last words were, Crito, we owe a rooster to Asclepius. Please, don't forget to pay the debt. Even at the end, Socrates was reminding his friend to fulfill a small religious duty, showing his commitment to both philosophy and tradition. Socrates never wrote anything himself, but his student Plato recorded his teachings. Without Plato, Socrates might have been forgotten. Through Plato came Aristotle, and through them, the foundation of Western philosophy, ethics, and science. Today, when we question authority, debate ethics, or seek truth, we carry the legacy of Socrates. So, here's the question. Socrates might ask you, are you living an examined life? Are you questioning your beliefs, your goals, your assumptions? If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What big question do you think we should tackle in the next episode? Maybe Plato's idea of reality, Aristotle's idea of happiness, or the secrets of the Stoics? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.